Hola amigos, este video sponsoro by Tequila.
Tequila, güey.
Tequila, güey. Hornitos. Makes you hornitos. Happy Valentine's Day. Chaca, chaca, chaca. That's Spanish for... My wife is right behind you, or right in front of me, and she wants me to take a shot of hornitos with her. So, in honor of Valentine's Day, we're gonna do a quick shot. My wife got me these shots from Hawaii. Alright, so this goes out to you photographers out there who have a significant other or a wife. Most significant others don't really love the idea of you shooting bikini clad women, scantily clad women, women that don't have that much on except for eyelashes. The thing that's helped me out the most is to let her in on the shoots. She actually does photography too, and she does amazing stuff. I'm trying to get her to take over so my ass can retire, because I'm tired. Show them how much work is involved in the shoot, because I guarantee if they're at a shoot and they got to hold a light for 2 hours, they're gonna know it's a lot of work. Don't hide it. If you hide it, it's gonna make it seem like you're hiding something. I mean, so that is tip number one. That's a freebie in honor of Valentine's Day, because Valentine's Day is tomorrow, or maybe by the time you see this, it's today. But I'm gonna give a shot glass to my old lady behind me to the side. Suck 'em up. Happy Valentine's Day, y'all.
Happy Valentine.
Drink it up. Damn, one shot only. Hornitos. Makes it hornito. Hey guys, today's episode we are going to be doing image critiques. And so I have a lot of pictures. So what I'm going to do is...
Who knows her?
Boy, the microphone's right there.
He has nose hair. He has nose
Go to
hair.
bed. Disclaimer, this is not about sugarcoating things. This is not about, trying to make you feel good as a person. This is telling you what could really make an impact so you can get to that next level. And if that's something that you want to do, let's get to work. If you don't, if you want to hear, just a whole bunch of praise and you're going to get mad at me for being honest, go away. I ain't got time for you. All right, first image. Steve Land, 2 images I shot of my wife. I'm just starting to make a little bit of money starting this year doing portraits. Awesome. I absolutely love photography, both natural light shots. All right, first image is of his wife standing next to the side of a house. And first thing I see is there's a lot of blur. My question to you is that from the lens? Because it's super, super blurry. Like that you would find using a 1.2 lens, but the blurriness is kind of in odd spots. If you look at the side of the house, there's a line that goes up, and then right behind it there's another line, but the front shoulder is on this side of her face. So her shoulder and the front is in focus, but her eye is in focus. And there's a good, 2 or 3 inch distance from where the eye would be and where her shoulder would be. If this were truly shot at 1.2, one of those would be out of focus. And so that leads me to believe that you copied the layer, you blurred out the bottom background layer, and then you did a layer mask to paint on the blur underneath. Yeah, with that look, I'm not a big fan. It needs to be a lot more subtle. If you don't have the lens where you can shoot 1.2, not a big deal, but your blending has to be a little bit better. Now, if it's not Photoshop, hey, I'm not perfect. Next, Abraham Basilio says, below you can find my 2 pictures from 2 different accounts. One is from my family and portrait page, the other is from my boudoir page. Just like yourself, I love photography, and just recently I started shooting boudoir. I realized that weddings aren't for me. They're too stressful, so I want to concentrate more on boudoir and more one-on-one portrait photography. All right, let's take a look at these pictures from Abraham. Image number 1, we have a maternity shot. All right, so first things first. All right, light placement. I don't like the light placement. Reason why, number 1, is I can't see the catch light in the eyes. The higher the light, the darker the shadow underneath. And what I see first is a shadow underneath. If you're doing something that is supposed to be more like a beauty shot or something that's really pretty, make sure that the eyes pop. So I would have lowered that light a little bit more. It looks like that light's super, super high. Oh, I like the setting. Some palm trees in the background. All right, so your position. So you're on a beach somewhere. I'm gonna guess you're in Hawaii because you have flowers around the head. You have palm trees in the back. Some tropical kind of place. Mexico, Hawaii, maternity shoot. Pregnant girls freak me out. All right, so I see a few things. Number 1, she's sitting in the water, which is nice. The reflection on the water is nice. The blur on the background is super nice. I like the clouds in the back. I like the flowers. Beautiful smile, beautiful model. Two things. One, camera, her left hand, I don't see anything except for like a tiny sliver of knuckles. I want to see some hands. So you could have fixed that by either you stepping to the left or by her rotating a tiny bit to you. I believe those are her fingers underneath the belly, because that's a real common maternity shoot pose, but I can't tell. It just looks like a dark area. And so hand placement is key. And what would have fixed that is if the light were lower, because right now the light being so high, you can tell by the shadow underneath that left elbow, that light's pretty high going down, which is causing one, a darker shadow on the cheek, a darker shadow under here, and it's also putting those eyes into the shadow a ton bit more. If that light were placed a little bit lower, it would really showcase the face a ton more. If you notice behind her head, there's a building, a clubhouse, building, cabana, something behind her head, which is a little bit distracting. Derek Dreger. My goals for photography are as a side income that will allow for some adventures like a Hawaii shoot. I'm using a Sony a7 II and Tamron 28-75mm. Alright, so let's take a look. Twisting the abs, she has a nice core with her hips turned to the side. I just see a lot of stiffness in the neck. With her head straight up like that, it's very alert, and it's not giving me like she's a badass vibe. It gives me like, whoop, stand there, don't move. Super stiff. That pole or that white thing right behind her is a little distracting. Yeah, my 2 cents for you is when you're shooting somebody in the gym, go for less of a pose and go for more of capturing them in the moment. You know, don't say, good, put your hand there, hold it, now look back at me, don't smile. You know, don't try to overpose in the gym. I've been around fitness competitors long enough to know that they deal with a lot of crap. And so get inside their head. Has anybody ever talked negatively about you working out? Is your circle of friends now different than what it was a year ago? Do your friends not invite you to go out anymore because they know that you're not going to eat and drink? Well, most people in fitness will say, yeah, that happens all the time. It bothers them. And so use that to your advantage. I want you to think about that person that talks smack to you. I want you to think about the person that says you're going to look like a man. I want you to think about that group of friends that no longer talks to you. Then they're going to start getting mad. And those eyes are perfect. And then when they're starting to grab onto that bar, you're going to see their fists like they're getting ready to be angry at that bar. That's when you take that picture. And on that note, because you mentioned Hawaii, I'm going to pause and I want to talk to you about our next upcoming destination trip. At the end of April, we're going to be headed down to either Cancun or Playa del Carmen. And I've got a couple of fitness models coming down with us, a bunch of photographers, and we are going to be doing photo shoots on the beach and at a pool and inside this big house that we're renting. For those of you who are serious about taking your fitness photography to the next level, and this is not fitness in a gym, this is fitness with fitness model types in locations that are amazing for incredible pictures. We are extending the invitation to you. We've got some limited spots available in the house, and so if you want to come down and learn how to do photography with fitness models in a amazing location with those that are passionate about photography and with fitness as well, I'll put my email address down below if you want to reach out to me. Come join us. Come and shoot. Come hang out for a few days and learn how to take better pictures, natural light, strobes, whatever you want to do. And the models, they're pretty dope. So let me know in the comments down below if it's something that is beneficial. If you think it sucks, let me know too. Stay tuned for the next video because I'll show you the behind the scenes of a shoot we just got done doing in Vegas at this incredible house. Oh, it was dope. $30 million house. But as always, if you have any questions, let me know. And until then, we'll see you next time.
It's